Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into another daily read. We're going to talk about Saturday. When getting ready this morning, I received a channeled message for this collective for this daily read, and the direct message that I heard that came through was reaching new heights. And so that's going to be part of this Saturday and surrounding it. I feel for some, a change you made recently is playing into this, is assisting you and benefiting you and maybe whatever you're committed to applying yourself towards very productively, very positively. But I feel like there's something about your choices adding up, okay? And so this will take a highlight, at least in a positive sense, and for some, even in a negative sense. All right, let's pull from this Sacred Forest Oracle, Power. Absolutely amazing to get this in this reading. As I struggle a bit, I feel your personal power and where that lies within your grasp is part of this day as well. There's something about you having a bold energy. Stepping into the room and changing the game is the message coming through, changing the energy. I really feel a little bit like a lack of breath, a losing of breath kind of energy coming through. And so Spirit's saying this is because you're sensitive to energy, whether it's spiritual energy, other people's energy in your physical reality, maybe even an energetic connection at a distance. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not just one of which being drawn to this reading. But I really feel you're, getting to know yourself better is what I'm hearing. And there's a golden energy about this day, all right? You're going to be pushed to remember or maybe realize for some select souls drawn to this this general collective reading that you're golden along your path, all right? You will be guided, protected, and will intuitively feel things out as you're meant to moving forward. So don't allow the past to speak upon how confident you're meant to be moving forward and how golden or lack thereof which things are meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel the day also may, for some, give you evidence that you have a bit, if not a full golden touch, all right? As I'm being shown a beautiful image, a vision of someone going like this to a wall, and it slowly, in an outward way, an expansive way, it starts to turn to gold, all right? And so whatever you apply yourself towards, once again, whatever you choose to accomplish, have to commit yourself towards, be one with, it feels like it's going to be churning into gold somehow. You have this creative touch as well. And there's also something about you being well-spoken. You are naturally a leader as well, being drawn to this reading, and you can't help but assist other people. You may even find, and I can relate, where say, for example, you're in a job type of situation and you may not be an authority figure per se, but you still lead others. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of me the other night working my serving job. And in no means am I an authority figure. I'm not high up in the ranks in that sense. I'm just a server. But it's as if one of my other coworkers who is actually partially an authority figure, or at least used to be, was telling another server to do something that they shouldn't do. You know what I mean? And they did it, said something to the server to initiate them making the wrong choice multiple times. And so I took it upon myself to encourage her, to tell her to do the right thing. And she ended up doing the right thing, and I felt good about it. There's something about that for you. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same kind of situation or even similar, you know, say in a job-related situation. But you get the point. Apply it as you may, or see how that comes to be for you throughout this period. Let's pull one or two more. Acceptance. Going back to the power card, where your power, your control lies, I do feel as if you're going to need to therefore recognize the acceptance that you need to see an increase in regards to, where your power, your control doesn't lie. It's very interesting how I was speaking upon the power card very much like the word control. And so I feel they're saying those two go hand in hand, as well as power and acceptance. I accept how I've changed, and you will have to accept that as well. Otherwise, this situation will have to change accordingly or just not continue. And that, of course, would be a change. But looking at these two images, I really feel as if the color blue is significant. There's a recognizing of what gives you peace, what adds to that peaceful nature of your day-to-day life, moment-to-moment experiences, and what strips it away or affects that peace negatively. You know what I mean? And so I feel you need to be observant and trust your intuition and remember certain experiences from the past strategically in order to proceed forward with a true amount, a deserved amount of inner peace within, but also peace outside of you. Remembering that, I feel some need a reminder who you associate yourself with. You end up becoming, to an extent, if not fully, like that type of energy. The flow card as well, I'm going to put this back in the deck, but there's a sense of flow that you're needing to have at this time. And you're giving off sunny energy, but this, again, bold way about you. You may have Leo in your chart like myself or another fire sign, because I'm getting very sunny, fiery sort of energy. Let's move on to the Light Seers Tarot. I really have to organize my life is also the message I'm getting, as I am surrounded by a bunch of decks that need to be put away and organized. But you're surrounded by messages, because another way that's coming through is thinking about oracle decks and tarot decks. They give us messages, clarification, insight, and reminders of key importance. And so I really feel this is a day where you're going to find yourself quite consistently or every once in a while surrounded, or the feeling coming to be of you being surrounded by messages. And this may come through, you know, obviously tarot, other people reading, you reading. It could be, you know, spirit communicating to you directly otherwise. It could be through somebody else, but it feels very spiritual either way. Now, the Lover's card and the Six of Pentacles, as you could see flopping out of the deck, because this is a Saturday where you're feeling abundant, more so than ever. I feel, again, a sense of gratitude within this period that we spoke upon very prominently in Friday's daily read. Hop on over if you haven't watched it already. Of course, finish this reading. But I do feel there's gratitude in regards to love, appreciation, platonic development is now what I'm getting. There's a sense of people admiring you. Again, I feel your choices are taking a highlight in regards to how abundant you're feeling, and the potential or the evidence of throughout this day and maybe even recently where certain negative choices or one in particular has stripped away that abundant feeling, or maybe even, let's go to the extent of saying limited you, okay? And this just reminds you to make, better choices and to honor yourself in regards to the positive choices that are benefiting you, and again, leaving you in this abundant state of living and proceeding and flowing. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of which are earning or just receiving past due money. And for someone, a legal matter or two is coming to mind, taking a focus. Please don't stress it. The Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, because I really feel it's a day where you are, again, gaining information of importance. You might even find you have to give out, outwardly express certain messages that you have already or are throughout this day receiving. But it's feeling like you're going to have at least a couple light bulb moments, you know, when the light bulb just goes off in your mind, it turns on, and you get this creative solution, idea. You remember something of importance in a different light, in an important light, creating this adjustment in perspective, as they're showing me the Hanged Man. You may even realize something new about somebody or a situation in your life, or a new situation that hasn't come to be in the future. And this really helps you proceed forward with confidence and adjust, adapt, flow, and maybe avoid to your advantage. It feels like something coming through message-wise, information-wise, is helping you accept what you can't control. It's as if, for example, you're learning more about your significant other, and how they've been changing what they're going through, and this is out of your hands. You know what I mean? As much as you want to help, as much as you could offer or maybe have offered to help, it's not yours to control. They kind of have to sort through it and then come towards you, or meet you halfway as a more healed, maybe a new version of themselves, and this may apply more so in regards to, say, work, work related situation. You're learning more about how something's changing, about what someone's expecting of you, or how somebody's been talking about you, maybe, behind closed doors or around the situation otherwise. And this is something you can't control, so you just are meant to be aware of it and therefore move forward strategically and accept, in that case, again, what you can't control. Sometimes we need to, and I feel this day reminds each of us individually to focus on what we can control, what's within our power, our grasp, and then let spirit do what they're meant to do, work their magic, let karma pan out in your favor while working against certain other people because of their way of being in general over time, for their wrongdoings, their negative choices, for treating people poorly for some. Let's not head in that negative direction. I feel as much as there can be a focus on certain imperfections and wrongdoings and negatives throughout this day, it is meant to be a very positive, very powerful, and shifting kind of period where, again, to wrap this up, you're going to be feeling very appreciated, very admired, and very abundant in other ways. Okay? So if this was truly helpful, I will see you in the next one. Love and light.